big trouble for Crocoin, or is this the calm before the storm? Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm maxi. I have another video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about crypto.com and Crocoin and where I think we could be head here. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys, so we are looking at the Crocoin chart on the daily time frame, and boy, oh boy, does it look painful, because it is painful, guys. We're seeing big sell-offs across the board, and wow, I'm so surprised that we are breaking down below this 9-10 cent level. I said, you know, if we don't close above this, if we don't get our little fake out and then bounce and retest that as support, then we're probably going to be finding ourselves making our way all the way down to this extremely important support level at 0.0830 cent level. Guys, this is a very volatile time, especially for altcoins, because when you look at the overall market, Bitcoin is near $100,000. You have literally everybody in the world talking about Bitcoin, but these altcoins are getting crushed. There's going to be lots of volatility, guys, and if you want to take advantage of it, please check out the description box below or the pinned comment down below. Sign up to Bluff, and you get a $5,000 sign bonus, as well as 15% off all trade fees for life in your account, guys. This is a limited time offer, and it is a good time to be hedging against your spot bags on alts. Like right now, I'm long Bitcoin and short many altcoins. And yes, I have very tight stop losses because this can turn around in a snap of a finger, guys. So you need to be very careful. But I do think that it is a good time to be hedging to the downside because, guys, I'll be honest. If Bitcoin comes down further, altcoins are going in a hole. They are really going to break down below all the support levels. They're going to go to cycle lows, some even multi-cycle lows. Now, does that mean that's going to happen to Crocoin? Probably not. I don't think that we come to like 5 to 3 cents, but I do think that it's important to be looking at where Bitcoin's at. And we'll talk about that shortly because it is an indicator of if Bitcoin does make this drawdown, it is going to hurt the alts significantly. So we're looking at Cronos. It's sitting at rank 42, down 27.77% in the past 7 days. Very significant, guys. Down about 4% in the past 24 hours. Sitting at a $2.5 billion market cap, all-time highs. We're about 50% off the all-time high for this cycle, which the all-time was about $5 billion, about 20 cents. So we're a little bit more than 50% of a drawdown from cycle highs, not all-time highs. All-time highs, we made it almost to $1. And over on crypto Twitter, go follow me at 333maxi. I say, day 85, bull posting, Crocoin to $1. The comments on these posts are signal. I hear the Crow fam. They are battered and beaten. Yes, we are. We are. We hope and pray for true altcoin season to begin. And then I say, I believe it is not only in crypto.com's hand, but it is in Jerome Powell's hand. Because, guys, I will be honest. I think the narrative you're going to start to see play out, a lot of people are going to start talking about is quantitative easing. And I think that everyone is saying, you know, we need quantitative easing to have more liquidity loosened up for people to feel more comfortable to buy risk on assets, aka altcoins. I say I think quantitative easing is the last Hail Mary for altcoin season. Be patient, Cronos fam. The party is not over just yet. Repost this if you are bullish on Crow, guys. Share this video if you're bullish on Crocoin, because right now I know it may seem rough because it is rough. Altcoins are down bad. You look at the entire market right now, Bitcoin's trading nearly at $97,000. Ethereum at $2,600. Crazy. And the reason why I always bring emphasis on Ethereum is because this is what you need to be paying attention to for whether or not the alts are performing well or not. When ETH is making big moves to the upside, alts are in a green light. When ETH is making big moves to the downside, alts are not looking too good. You look at Bitcoin demonstrating at 61%, excluding stablecoins, 63%, my friends. And you look at this, and this is such a crazy chart to me. I mean, this is like a rising, we've been in this 2-year-long rising wedge, and we're in a rising wedge right now. We should break down. Probably should test the top of this band as resistance and breakdown. I am leaning towards that idea, especially if you have a red dot on Market Cipher. The money flow on Market Cipher as well is starting to spill over, slowly starting to spill over. So we should be expecting for some sort of altcoin season to play out sooner rather than later. Now, of course, there's invalidations. If we break above this level here at about 62.1% on BTC.D, I'm going to say, whoa, guys. Probably looking like we are going to maybe even fulfill this candle all the way up to 64, 65%. I've seen some people even calling for 70%. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. Usually when things get to extremes and people start calling for more and more extremes, usually that's a good time. That's either the top or the bottom. I do think that we are getting in territory for Bitcoin that I think that the bottom is close to being in, especially based on February statistics. Usually the first week and a half of February, you see the bottom is in. February is, guys, 12 out of the past 14 Februarys are very bullish. I think there's a good chance that the low is in for Bitcoin here. But the question is Bitcoin going to take altcoins with it? Is it going to take Crocoin to the moon or not? It's a very different cycle, guys. It is a very different cycle. And I think that once everybody finally decides to become a Bitcoin maxi, that'll be when altcoin season truly begins. So tell your friends to start buying Bitcoin. I'm just joking. But I do think that there's some seriousness behind that. I do think that once buying Bitcoin only is the overcrowded trade, that's when you'll see altcoin season really move. But right now, guys, the amount of celebrity coins that are getting announced and pulling liquidity out of the market, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for altcoins, and altcoins are just getting their liquidity sucked out, and there's no quantitative easing. People are feeling a little bit more hawkish on spending their money and throwing their money on risk on assets. They want to be hoarding their cash. It's an interesting time, guys. And I do think that when you look at Crocoin, being below this 10-cent price level, the magnet is to a 0.0830 cent level. I would not be opposed to opening up a short here to catch and protect to the downside. That's not financial advice, but I am short on a lot of alts, and I'm long on Bitcoin right now, guys. It's just the name of the game. And if you want to take advantage of that, check out down below. Blofin, $5,000 sign bonus and 15% off all train fees for the lifetime account. And there's also sweet deals that we're giving that Blofin is running right now, where if you sign up, you can get up to, I think, like $20 for free for Pepe once you KYC, something like that. But guys, I want you to be patient. I know that this cycle has been not easy. This has been a different cycle. Bitcoin has been performing very, very well. Institutions have been pushing Bitcoin. And, you know, at the beginning of this bull market, during the bear market, when there was all this talk about spot ETFs, I was even floating the idea saying, hey, wouldn't it be crazy if this was a institutional driven bull market and all the money was flowing into the ETFs, making it more difficult for the money to be put back on chain? And it does seem like that we are seeing something like that play out. And yes, there's a lot of altcoins that are performing well, but not nearly as many as there were in past cycles. It's not as easy as, oh, Bitcoin goes up, everything else comes up with it. It's not that easy. We're in quantitative tightening. People are worried about the cost of eggs instead of how to double their money with their stimulus check. It's different this time, guys. It is different. I say it's probably not a good time to panic sell the bottom. Can we continue to sell off on altcoins? Yes. I forgot to say, before I finish this video, I want to say about Bitcoin, you know, historically during bull markets, Bitcoin draws down 30% on the way up. 30%, guys. When you measure this right now, from top to bottom where we're at, let's measure it by the wick. It was only a 16% drawdown. And altcoins are down like 80, 90%, some of them. In bull markets, it would not be unheard of to see a 30% drawdown, you know, to like $75,000, $74,000. And that's why I'm saying risk is to the downside for altcoins, in my opinion, right now. I'm not trying to be a big bear. I'm just trying to tell you guys how I see it based on previous cycles. Now, maybe the volatility will be not as bad as past cycles because Bitcoin has become such a large asset class. I say it's such a large, it's only a couple $1 trillion compared to like the stock market when $3 trillion leaves in a day when there's a big sell-off. But I digress. What I'm saying is that the altcoins can sell off more here, and Bitcoin is flirting with a cliff here. We really want to see Bitcoin bounce. It could come all the way down to like 94,000 in my opinion. But if we do break down below that, we could come down further. We could come down to 80s. We could even go to 74,000 and still the bull market would be intact. Wouldn't be for a while, though, we probably would be trading sideways and having to wait for price action to play out probably into Q4 2025, like how everyone was talking about originally, which, like I said, this cycle's all over the place, guys. A lot of people are talking about a left translated top, that we were going to see the top of the cycle happen in Q4 2024. And now all of a sudden, oh, well, it didn't reach my price targets. Oh, well, we'll push it down to Q4 2025. Gotta be careful, guys. This is why we always take profit along the way, because you never know when that top is really going to be in. You never know when it's going to continue going. So you take profit along the way, guys, and you always have a little bit left on that table as a moon bag. That's my strategy. You should find a strategy that works out best for you guys. Everything I say here is not financial advice, but I put my money where my mouth is. I'm a little bit short on some alts, and I am long on Bitcoin right now. Guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Crocoin, Crypto.com? Do you think that we're going to go to 8 cents, 0.830 cent level? I think it's a pretty strong support level. Do you think we'll get there? Or do you think that the bottom is in because the overall market sentiment is absolutely brutal right now for altcoins? It's insane. Let me know. But that's all I got for you guys. Follow me, 333blackc on Instagram and Twitter. Check out Blowfin down below. And I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.